While I'm not always a big fan of DLC releases, the Switch has recently had a pretty outstanding run of them, with the best tending to feature the return of characters and elements from classic franchises being integrated into indie games that were already a blast. While I'll concede that Double Dragon doesn't have quite the breadth of influence that the Castlevania series has had as a franchise, I'll still admit that my nostalgia for the original in the arcades and the sequel on the NES gave me high hopes for how this collaboration would turn out. Assuming you'd only be reading this if you already own River City Girls 2, or are planning to pick it up regardless, the good news is that it remains a challenging and pretty unique beat-em-up with plenty of flair. For the most part, the DLC's focus is just on fully integrating both Billy and Jimmy Lee into the River City Girls world, and that includes quite an extensive amount of voice work since you can play through the story mode with both brothers, with the respective dialogue for each being similar but different enough in spots to be amusing. In-game, the experience is about what you'd expect, with each brother having some signature series moves while being able to make use of all of the upgrades and gear the series had in the base version. If you're a huge fan of Double Dragon or are just looking for an excuse to experience the game again with some characters that freshen things up a little, it's absolutely a good time. Just don't expect any radical changes to be part of the package. Considering the budget-friendly price, this seems like a fair deal though overall, backed up primarily by the care and trouble taken to not just include the brothers at a basic level, but to get them amusingly integrated into the world fully with some great, though usually quite ridiculous, dialogue and voice acting as well. Overall, my final score for the game ended up being an 8. And if you're interested in picking it up, it's currently available on the Switch eShop for $7.99. Thank you for taking the time to listen to this review. And if you'd like more information or ideas of indie games worth checking out on Switch, be sure to click on the link provided in the description. Until next time.